What's up everybody? I'm Alex Kemp and you're watching the Weekday Gourmet. My goal here is to prove to all you busy food lovers out there how there's always time of the day for you to make a gourmet. Today I have a light summer meal planned out, starting with a baked Ancho almond crusted salmon fillet that we're topping off with a nice fig and lemon reduction, and then plating that up with some crisp, crunchy sweet potato chips. Okay, so first things first, we gotta peel our sweet potatoes. Really quick and easy. You don't even have to wash them because we're peeling them. But you want to make sure that you peel them because the skin on these is too tough to eat, unlike a potato. And if you can see these little eyes right here, make sure you peel those off. Or if you want, you can save the potato because those are great for starting the garden. Alright, boom! Got those done. Now let's move on to our mandolin or any type of slicer that you have. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make about 1/8" slices out of them. And it's easier when you're working with smaller pieces, so I like to actually cut them in half. Now that we have our sweet potatoes cut nice and thin, I just have 2 baking sheets here, and we're going to go ahead and line them with some parchment paper, which I love because it's always tough to cut, and because it keeps our pans clean, saves us from having to do dishes. Alright. Now on top of that, because these guys like to stick, I'm going to spray it with some cooking spray. And then simply take your sweet potatoes and lay them out on, come on buddy, lay them out on your pan. And be sure not to overlap them, otherwise they will not cook evenly. Alright, I got my last ones laying down here. And I just preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and spray the tops of them with some cooking oil, which is a lot healthier than deep frying them. And I have some salt here, and I'm just going to sprinkle them with some coarse sea salt or kosher salt, whatever you prefer. Alright, like that. And then a touch of pepper. You could skip the pepper if you like. I just like it for the little spice. And we'll throw them in the oven. For about 20 minutes or until they're golden brown. Alright, while those guys bake, we're going to just move on to our sauce here. And I have 7 dried figs. You can use fresh if you want, whatever you can get to at the market. I'm just taking off the stems so that nobody gets a little crunch in their meal. Alright, then just go ahead, give them a rough chop. They gotta be small, you know, so just keep on running your knife through them. Really easy. We don't have to have professional cuts unless you want to, but really just keep on chopping them until they're small. And then we're just going to put it into a small saucepan here. Alright, then I have 2 nice fresh lemons here. Just give them a good roll, get the oils and juices flowing. And we're just going to zest them. This is going to incorporate even more lemon flavor. which is just going to brighten our whole dish up. I love citrus in the summer. Alright, we're going to do the same thing with our zest. Just run your knife through it till you got little bits. Nothing perfect here. And then put them right into the saucepan. Right like that. And then, so we don't waste anything, we're going to juice our lemons right straight into that mixture. And be sure not to get any of the seeds in it. I just cut my hand under it as I'm juicing it. Alright, and to that, I have 3/4 cup of water. Goes right in. And then just 1/4 cup of sugar. And I'm also going to add, close that, a decent pinch of salt right in there. Alright, and on to the stove it goes. And put it on, I'd say a medium-high heat. And then we'll just let that simmer until it reduces down by half. We'll have a perfect sauce to go with our salmon. Alright, last but not least, we have our beautiful salmon fillets waiting. And just leave them in the packaging that they came. It saves you more dishes to clean. And I'm just going to season them with a healthy amount of salt. Depending on how thick they are, the thicker they are, you want a little bit more salt. And then my secret here is a drizzle of honey over the fillets. And that's going to act as a binder and a caramelization agent. So our nice crust will stick to it and get a good caramely flavor. Alright, then in a little pie dish or plate, whatever you have, we have a 1/3 cup of ground almonds. And how I did that is I took slivered almonds and whacked the crap out of them, which is kind of like a little stress relief if you ask me. And then we have 1/4 cup of Ancho chili powder, a teaspoon of black pepper, and a teaspoon of ground cumin. Goes right in. And then just give it a good mix with your hands until it's all combined pretty well. Okay, then on a baking sheet, just lay out a piece of parchment paper. And again, this is going to save you time because there will be no cleanup on the pan. And go ahead and make sure you spray it. It'll keep the skin from sticking and you won't have a big mess. And then take our gorgeous fillets here and simply put them skin side up into our ancho mixture. Flip it over, just pat it a little bit. You have a beautiful red crust. And just stick them right on your sheet pan. I love to use wild salmon. The color on it is bright. Just look how nice and orange that is. It's not artificial colors. Alright. Our last fillet is done. And again, our oven's already preheated at 350. In the oven these go. Again at 350. Wasn't that easy? We'll have some beautiful salmon in 12 minutes. Okay, our reduction here is coming to a finish, and if you can see what kind of bubbles and looks a little bit caramely, that's what you want to look for. And it'll be a perfect sauce. Alright, into a bowl it goes. We'll just let that cool slightly so we're not burning our tongues. Alright everyone, our salmon's finished. Let's go ahead and pull it out. Oh man, look at that. Check out that nice crust, huh? So, let's go ahead and plate it while it's hot. I'm just gonna, be careful. Take it right off. And honestly, you don't have to plate it if you don't want to, but I like to make my stuff fancy. And then I have the reduction here. And I'm just going to put a spoon of it right over top, like that. Maybe a little bit more because it's really good. And then, just for a little colored contrast, we got some lemon slices here. And then we'll get a nice little bundle of our chips right there. So, guess what time it is? It's tasting time. I got a fork. Get some of this salmon here. Make sure you get the sauce. That is so good. There's a little crunch from that almond in the crust, and then that fruity ancho chili goes really well with our fig reduction. And then you have a little festive chip that goes along right with it. Fun way to get your vegetables. And it was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Weekday Gourmet Show. And remember, there's always time in the day for you to make a gourmet. And for all these recipes and videos, please log on to www.theweekdaygourmetshow.blogspot.com. Thank you for watching.